Okay, so we have Vanessa here who has been super nice to do a video with me, and she's been coaching with me for just 16 weeks and she's now finishing up. So you can just start off by saying a sentence or two about yourself for people watching.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Vanessa, as you said. I'm from Florida, originally from Puerto Rico, but I live in Florida for the last 20 years. Um, I'm like a mom, I work full-time too. And, I just started this journey like 16 weeks ago.
Super. So let's start where, like, before you started coaching. So where were you 16 weeks ago? What were you struggling with? And I suppose what kind of spurred you on to go and contact me? What were you struggling with?
Well, basically, I have tried like 16-year-old, I have tried all diets that you can imagine, like keto, low carb, pills, doctors, spa, saunas, acupuncture. You mentioned it. I have tried. Some works at the beginning, and then again the way back, and or few things that work. Like at the beginning because I'm like excited about it, but then it's really hard just to sustain that kind of eating or workout program. Also, I have tried to work out, but usually I focus everything on like my weight, how I'm on the scale. And then lately, like before the 16 weeks, like everything that I tried, I seem like nothing works. Even if I starve, if I work to the gym every day, and I was mostly doing cardio more than anything, but I didn't feel like any change, not even like nothing, not even like a 1% of change, like nothing. I feel like I was stuck in the same. And I don't know, like I guess like just googling and searching like for things on the web. I guess like you come up into my Facebook page.
Okay.
And I think like that's how I just got into you.
So let's talk about, so you were struggling, you were doing a load of different diets, didn't know where to go, losing a bit of weight, coming back. What impact was that having on you overall? Not getting to where you want to be in this diet you're trying?
Just definitely I was feeling like not happy about myself, not happy about how I look. And, and when you don't feel like happy about how you look, like everything kind of turns bad around you. It's like I feel like my clothes doesn't fit, that like overall I don't look good, and then that kind of bothers me, and then I think like that interfere in my day-to-day life, in like me, in my personal relationship, in my work relationship, because I kind of don't feel happy. So
and how long were you? Yeah, go on.
No, that's okay.
But how long were you struggling then with that? How long were you trying to get out of that cycle that you're in, and the impact that was having?
I would say like for the past like 2-3 years, it's been like in a cycle that I feel like I'm stuck. Like there's nothing that I can do that it will work. Like before, maybe I was like a little bit younger, like maybe I do something and then maybe something works. But then lately, it's like doesn't matter what I do, nothing is gonna work.
Okay, gotcha. You're disappearing on me. And then say when you came on board, so what's changed for you since you've come on board?
Well, first change, like, I decided like, I found her online, but I'm going to trust her. People are saying good things about her, so let me trust her. And then I think like that was kind of really important, like, try to trust the person that is coaching you and try to let you guide me. And then say like, she knows more than me about this, so I gotta kind of let her take the lead and tell me what to do, because sometimes, like we try to kind of impose ourselves, and then I think like I trust you, and then you say like, don't pay attention to the scale, take pictures and do this. And then I need to stick to whatever you said, and I think like that's what's kind of the first thing that kind of really helped, because I'm like, if I would have done what you said for the first 2 weeks and I did not see any change in the scale, like at the beginning, kind of like I didn't see much change in the scale, I would be frustrated. However, since in your program, you're like, I gotta take pictures the first day, when I see the pictures, like basically in the first week, without basically change in the scale, but the change in inches was like so huge. I'm like, this works. So I really need to do whatever she said. And then I think like that was kind of like really something like, for me, was kind of a game changer, that I'm like, I really need to trust this system, and then, just try to do my best just to get it through. So
And
I
see
think
with
like that
what
was kind
you've
of the most important. Mm-hmm.
and with what you've achieved in the 16 weeks, like what's changed for you, even just in terms of your body confidence? You mentioned like when you were feeling kind of low, like in terms of how you felt and looked and your clothes felt. How has that changed for you now?
Well, like my clothes start kind of feeling fitting, like my old clothes start kind of fitting. And then like, I don't know, I feel like I not only physically, I feel like better, like internally, because it's like once I feel like better physically, I feel better internally. Just doing weight also give me like, I feel more strong. I didn't mention before, but I have a special need daughter. She can't walk, so I need to basically pick her up and then just do all the transfer her from one place to another. So before, I was feeling like really fatigued and really exhausted just to give me like few steps, carrying her. She's almost 70 pounds. But now, like, all of a sudden, I pick her up and I feel like, okay, I can do this. I don't feel like out of breath. I can really go 20 step on a stair and with her, and I'm like, I'm okay. So, for me, when I realized that I can do that, one day I pick her up because I have to go into some stairs. I'm like, oh, wow, I can do this. And I don't feel like out of breath. And then that made me feel like really good. Not only like, oh, this working because, my physique is changing and I feel better, like basically, but this is helping me. And then, just the fact that I can do that make me feel like, I don't know, great, like really like, I accomplished something like really big. That's how I feel.
Absolutely. And just out of curiosity, because you've done keto, you've done everything before you came on
Right.
board. So with like how we approach your nutrition this time around, you choosing your own foods and understanding that, how do you feel now going off on your own from what you were doing maybe before with like constant losing weight?
Like the fact, like you teach, like how to just the combination of the macros that I need to do, but then it's me, the one that I need to choose whatever I need to, or whatever I'm going to eat, just trying to stick to certain rules. I think that makes everything easier, because it's not like a diet that I have like a follow, and if I don't do that, then like I'm stuck. It's like, it's kind of a set of rules. I would say like it will be like a lifestyle in just trying to eat that way always. And since I can't pick up my own food, I think like that really is gonna help me, like just to be on my own. As long as I stick to those rules, I can do it. I don't need to just say, I'm on a diet, I cannot go anywhere, I cannot go out, I cannot take a drink. It's like, it's a matter of like, making the right choices, and then just try to play with the macros that you gave me, just to be able to to keep going. And I think like it's a matter of a commitment with myself, but I think like just committing to myself that I want to keep like losing weight, or just feeling like this, I need to stick to that. And I think like just doing this on my own this time will be like like a lot easier than before.
Absolutely brilliant. And say if someone like has done what you've done all those diets, tried everything in this kind of cycle of like losing weight, coming back, Vanessa like 16 weeks ago, if someone's in your shoes at this moment, what would you say to them sitting on the fence?
Well, I will say like first, that you're the best. That if they ever think like like they have their doubts, because I at the beginning I did have it. I'm like, I'm doing this, but I don't know, because I never met you in person. But I can really say like, your system works, as long as as you do your part, because I have to do my part. It's not like it's gonna work magically. I need to work and towards my goals. But I think like, if I'm committed to do those things, it's gonna work. And sometimes the other thing is like sometimes we have like little setbacks, like a week, something happened, I cannot do it right, I didn't eat right, but it wasn't like, oh, now I get a big punishment because I didn't do this and do that. It's like, I have a little setback, but I need to go back in my track and then keep doing that, so it will work. So anybody that is on my shoes, I will say, like, just doing your program and having the commitment, just for sure it's gonna work. And I encourage everybody, like, think like, oh, nothing works, like, it will work. Guaranteed.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for doing the video.